Paranormies, it's Jen and welcome back to the light side of the paranormal. Today I want to talk about astral projection and out-of-body experiences. I was actually typing up a list of videos that I wanted to make for 2022, and when I typed out astral projection / out-of-body experiences, there was a big crash in my studio, and I have a triple moon witch symbol stained glass thing that Sarah at Which Way Glass Co. made for me, stuck to my window, and it fell. I didn't even want to look because I was so scared that it was going to be broken. The suction cup it was hanging on was on the ground, and the glass was actually saved by hanging on the edge of the window ledge. So very thankful for that. But also it fell off with this sigil that I have relating to the goddess of the night and stuff. So I thought, this has got to mean something. Let's make this video right away. Remember, there's no such thing as coincidences. But before we get started, if you are new here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on diving into the unknown with us twice a week. So what is astral projection? It's the idea that our being, our self, is not tied to our earth body, that it can leave our body and travel the astral realms while we meditate or sleep. And an out-of-body experience pretty much goes hand in hand with that. An out-of-body experience is when your spirit leaves your body and can view your body at an outside perspective. This can happen consciously or unconsciously, so you can train yourself to have out-of-body experiences and to astral project through meditation and through sleep, but you can also experience this unconsciously through a traumatic event or a sickness or dying or a near-death experience. If you have ever had a dream where you are flying or you are hovering above your body in your dream, that also can be considered an out-of-body experience. For myself, I often have dreams where I'm above and just behind my body, almost like it's a third-person perspective in a video game. So if you've experienced something like that, that can be considered an out-of-body experience. So astral projection often gets confused a little bit with lucid dreaming, but they are two different things. In a lucid dream, you become aware that you are dreaming. And once you are aware, you can control the landscape or the area that you are in. You can control the characters or the people you are with in your dream as well. But that is different from astral projection, because with astral projection, that is a state of being. It's still real in reality, it's just a different state of being. So when you astral project, you can float outside of your body and you can go for pretty far because you are still connected to your earth body through a spiritual umbilical cord, if you will. Some people describe it as being this silver light cord made of energy going from your spirit to your earth body. Out-of-body experiences can actually be really beneficial to us, as it has been said that the mind is hard on the body. So by having your mind and your consciousness leave your body for a little while, it's leaving more healing time for your body. And not only that, it helps us remember that we are not our bodies. We are not our earth bodies. There is more to us. Our consciousness can leave our bodies behind. So a fear of death can lessen after having out-of-body experiences. It's believed that through astral travel, you can travel different realms, you can travel to space, different times, different dimensions, and you can practice this. It's not easy, but it can be practiced and developed, just like meditation. So there are many different ways that you can achieve an out-of-body experience, or also known as an OBE, through astral projection. A great way to start the astral projection journey is to begin practicing lucid dreaming. They are two different things, but during lucid dreaming, you are still safe. You will still, not that you're not safe when you're astral projecting, sorry, I mean, you will still feel safe. You're still in your bed. You still know you're in your bed. You're dreaming. You can control your dream. If anything bad starts happening, you can switch it up. You can fly. You can do whatever you want when you're lucid dreaming. But it helps develop this sense of something more happens when you're asleep, you know? You have some control over what happens when you sleep. So there are two ways that you can achieve lucid dreaming. The first is to do little small reality checks throughout the day. So every once in a while, check your watch. Or check a tattoo, look at a tattoo, a freckle, a mark you've made with a pen, and do reality checks. During your day, you look at your watch, it says it's 3:14, okay? You continue on with your day. Or you look down and you see your cat tattoo. There it is. Eventually, when you continue to do these reality checks, in your dreams, you will also start doing reality checks. And when you go to look at your watch, and it has letters instead of numbers, or something skewed like dreams often do, or the cat tattoo on your arm is melted or not there, that will trigger your brain to realize that it's asleep and it'll wake up. So your body will not wake up, but your consciousness will do a shift and realize, I'm dreaming. And then you can start really playing around. Another way to achieve lucid dreaming, which is really tricky, is by letting your body fall asleep without letting your conscious mind fall asleep. So you're laying in bed for the night and you start to let your body fall asleep. You don't want to move, you don't want to fidget, you want to just keep thinking while you stop moving. And your body will do these weird things where it tries to like trick you into really waking up, where your leg will be itchy all of a sudden. But if you weren't paying attention, your leg wouldn't be itchy, but it's because you're trying not to feel your body and you have to ignore it. You can't move or else you've got that mind-body correlation. You've really got to detach the two. And it's tricky, but it gets easier. And eventually your body will fall asleep and your consciousness will still be awake. Now, if you do experience sleep paralysis, this can trigger that, so just be careful with that. I've had that happen before, which isn't fun. So suddenly my body's asleep and my brain's still awake, and I'm like, why did I do this to myself? But if you can get past that, then you're in control. I also found this little bit of history, which I want to read to you. Ancient yogis would tie 2 frogs together before falling asleep. Once the frogs were tied, they would continuously croak. A yogi would use the sound to anchor awareness as the body drifted to sleep, and then either leave the body or enter a lucid dream state. If during the dream, the yogi would no longer hear the frogs croaking, then they knew that lucidity had been lost, and it would trigger them to wake up in their dream once more. So that's really cool. I mean, don't go tying 2 frogs together, but I'm sure you could, even a metronome. I mean, now we're getting into like Inception, if you've seen Inception, or hypnotizing, but it's kind of similar to all of that. So I've got 2 methods here of how to astral project, which I will let you know now. The Monroe Institute steps for astral projection and travel. So Bob Monroe was the founder of the leading research organization in the field of human consciousness called the Monroe Institute. And he has a body of work titled Journeys Out of the Body, and that was in 1971. So he has a detailed outline of how to astrally project oneself in 7 steps. So this is similar to what I was just talking about letting your body fall asleep and keeping your conscious mind awake. So step 1 is to relax, both physically and mentally. Step 2 is to enter a hypnotic state or half sleep. Step 3 is to deepen the state by prioritizing mental sensation over physical sensation. So that's like I was saying, ignore the body. Stay in your mind, ignore the body. Step 4, pay attention to the presence of vibration in your environment, which becomes apparent in a state of deep attention. Step 5, incur the vibration in your physical body and relax into its presence. The purpose of this is to gently jiggle the subtle body out of the physical body. Step 6, focus your thoughts on leaving the limbs and the torso, and try to do this one at a time. So almost like you're wearing a meat suit. You're going to pull your arms out, not actually moving. Pull your legs and your torso out, trying to lift your spirit out of your body. And step 7, known as lifting out, focus on effortlessly drifting out of the physical body. So that is the Monroe Institute steps for how to astral project. Another method, which this is a little bit easier speaking from personal experience, the rope technique. So from the work of Robert Bruce, founder of the Astral Dynamics movement, the rope technique is regarded one of the most accessible astral projection methods. Step 1, relax the physical body by visualizing each muscle. Step 2, from your space of relaxation, enter a vibrational state. This should feel like an amplified version of a cell phone's vibration pulsations coursing through your body. Step 3, imagine a rope is dangling above you. if you're laying down, it's coming down from the ceiling, straight rope. Step 4, using the astral or subtle body, attempt to hold onto the rope with both hands, not your real hands. The physical body remains completely relaxed. Step 5, begin to climb the rope hand over hand, all while visualizing reaching that ceiling above you. Step 6, once you are aware of your full exit of the physical body, you are able to explore the astral plane. So those are some ways that you can practice lucid dreaming and astral projecting tonight, even if you like. So have I ever had an out-of-body experience? Yes, I have. Almost every single time I meditate, I start to leave my body. And it starts by this dizzy, vibrational scrambling inside my brain, which often doesn't feel very good, and I have to just push past it. Sometimes it gets really scrambly, which I believe is the action of my spirit detaching from my body. And sometimes it's really dizzying and it almost feels like a roller coaster ride, and I can't handle it and I have to just end the meditation. Those days are usually the days that I'm not as grounded as I should be. But if I can push through it, suddenly I am floating. I am outside of my body. Usually my eyes are closed. I don't see a whole lot. It's not like I can open my eyes and look around. That doesn't usually happen. But I am free of my body. It's such an amazing feeling that is hard to describe. It's like I don't have arms and legs, but I can do this and I'm just like floating, but there's no arms and legs. It's so hard to describe, but it feels wonderful. It's very eye-opening. And I've had a lot of really weird things happen to me when I was younger and a kid, but I do remember being a small child and being really sick and getting up at night and walking out of my bedroom and down the stairs and into the living area to tell my parents that I was not okay. And the whole time, the whole walk from my bedroom down the stairs into the living area, myself, I was floating up at the ceiling over top of my little human body walking down the stairs. And I was watching myself, just telling my body what to say to them. And I just kept saying, I'm too high. I think I was like 6. I was like, I'm too high. I can't come down. I'm high. I'm really high and I'm scared because I can't get down. And I remember my parents being like, interpreting it as like I'm high, like I'm on medication because I'm sick, like I'm high, but I was 6. Like I don't know what being high means. No, like I was legit, I was too high, I was scared, and you know, just being put back to bed, and I guess I just fell back asleep. But something similar to that has happened a few times through my childhood as well, where I was just completely out of my body, and I think that that's fairly easy enough for me to do, especially when I was younger. And especially when I was, you know, half asleep, especially if you're fevered and not feeling well. I was completely out of my body and just up at the ceiling, hanging out, floating around. Really strange. So have you guys ever had any out-of-body experiences, or do you, or have you astral projected before? Please leave that in the comment section down below. I would love to hear it, and I know that our other viewers would love to read those too. So please let us know if you can, or if you have done this before. If you like this video, please don't forget to give that like button a little boop. It helps us out so much and we really do appreciate it. And if you aren't already, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at TLS_paranormal. And you can follow Alice and myself on our personal pages as well. And that is all linked in the description below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and watching this video. And until next time, keep on creeping on. Bye.